welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do something a little bit different for you, and I've been seeing this around a lot lately, and it's basically a 2016 year recap where you just talk about your entire 2016 year. And I don't know about you, but I can definitely agree with lots of people and say this year has been one of the toughest by far for me. A lot of things happen, good and bad, and I thought I could just share it with you guys and we can go through it together. I totally encourage you to do the same. If you think maybe this year wasn't that great, or if you just think this year maybe was a waste, just try and look back at it and you'll find some good moments in the year that made this year worth it. I don't tend to share a lot with you guys, and I really wish I would, but I'm so scared because I know there's so many people watching me, and then there's people who I know personally, like my friends, people from school, my family, things like that, and it can be scary hearing the opinions from others. So that's why I don't really do it that often, but sometimes I feel like it's necessary. I'm a teenage girl. A lot of you are teenagers going through the same things as me, and I think it's just empowering hearing each other's stories and learning from each other. So here we go, my 2016 year. Let's begin. So the beginning of this year started not too well for me. The first 4 months of the year were some of the toughest months of my life. And I was dating someone, and there were so many things going on, so many things, and I didn't tell anyone. I couldn't tell anyone. I was so scared to tell anyone because of people thinking differently of my significant other. And that's something about me that I realized, that if I love you and if I'm with you, I will go above and beyond to make you look like perfection to other people, because that's how I see you. And I hate when people don't see what I see in the person that I'm with. It's something about me that I need to learn to open up to others. If something is wrong in my relationship, something that I need to talk about, I need to go to someone and talk to them. I can't keep it all to myself. Those 4 months were so hard. I remember crying so much. I was hurt so many times. I kept forgiving that person. They kept convincing me things will change, and I stayed and stayed because I was so hopeful. I was always so hopeful that things will get better, and I just knew I had to end things, and I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. As much I would sometimes cry in the bathroom floor, thinking to myself like, I need to do it, I need to do it. And that's like a really sad image, but I couldn't. I know now, definitely I will not let a person treat me like that ever again. That was my first relationship. I didn't know better. I didn't know there were different ways to be treated. I thought this was the only way. I thought this was love. Like I said, those 4 months were so hard. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell my family. And then finally, things were starting. The truth was finally coming out, and I thought things would get better, and then right before my eyes everything turned again so bad, and I just couldn't end the relationship. And then it ended, and I wasn't the one who ended it. After that breakup, I remember I was so devastated, like completely heartbroken. This was my first love. I feel so betrayed, so hurt, so lied to, all these emotions. And it's so hard, you guys, because you talk to someone every single day for close to 3 years, and then one day you never talk again. Like, that's just insane to me. And it's just how it was, and I was left so heartbroken. I was told some very nasty things. I was disrespected so many times, and I'm the type of person that I feel like if you know me, you would think of me as Giselle, who's really nice and sweet. And something that I've learned is people like to confuse being nice with, hey, I can take advantage of you. and it's something that I always was so blind to because it's just who I am. It's hard for me to say no when someone asks for help or when someone needs something, and I can't let people use me anymore. There's a certain extent where you can be nice, but if you know that they're pushing it, then you need to back off. It's okay to back off. You're not a bad person if you distance yourself from someone, or if you say no every once in a while, or if you stand up for yourself. I've also noticed that because people see me as this person who's nice, the one time I try and defend myself, or the one time I say something that's not necessarily mean but just like the truth, and like I raise my voice or I try and defend myself, people will confuse it and I'm like, whoa, like you're always so nice, like now you're mean, when that's how you always treat me. Like, what do you mean? Obviously it's been a while now, and I still have so much love and respect for that person, and I really don't think it will ever go away because this was my first love, and I had really amazing times in that relationship that I cherish so much, and they still make me happy. Like, the only thing you can really do as a human is to forgive. I can't imagine living life just holding grudge against someone, because that's just not a healthy way to live. All I know is how to forgive. Even if you can do the most horrible, messed up thing, over time I will heal, I will feel better, and I will just want the best for you, honestly. Yeah. About a month after that, in May, I had my rhinoplasty surgery, and I was still very sad about everything that happened, and I was so scared because I thought that person would be there for me while everything was going on. My surgery was one of the biggest things in the year because it's something that I've wanted for so long, something that made me so insecure, something that I would cry about sometimes. And once everything was over with and done, I felt so extremely happy with myself, so much more confident, and I can't thank you guys enough for not judging me on my decision to get it done, because I understand I was 16 at the time. That is an age where people, like, I know so many people don't agree with that. I know there's lots of people who don't agree with it, especially at such a young age. I talked to my parents, I talked with my friends. It's not something that I just decided on one day and like, okay, no, like it took time, months of me thinking this over and over. And I am the biggest wimp with surgery, medical things, needles, all of that stuff freaks me out so much. But if I was able to get the courage to do this, then I believe that you can do whatever you want to do in life if you just believe in yourself. But we did our research, we did everything, and I loved my results, and I am so happy, and my friends were so supportive. You guys were all so supportive. I remember on Instagram, on my YouTube, I did my whole journey with that, and you guys are so incredibly supportive, and that means the world to me, because that's so scary, you guys. It was so scary sharing, but I knew that it would help some girls out there, and I'm really glad that I did it. And there were some people who were like, well, I think you should have waited until you were older, but I'm completely happy with everything. So that was in May. Definitely a very big step, very scary, but amazing in the end. So I was in Mexico for my surgery over there, and then I came back after a month, and I was so sad again, so sad. I ended up meeting this one guy, which I made a story time about. It was horrible, you guys. Again, I could not understand how people like to treat me like this and take advantage. And we went out on a date. That was a horrible date, and you guys can watch my story time on that. But at the end of that day, I ended up having a little connection with one of the other boys who we went to Six Flags with. So it was like a group thing. I ended up like clicking really well with this one guy, and about 2 months later we started dating.
What about mine?
Whoa. Everything was well. We dated for a few months, and it ended. I don't want to go into too much depth because it's not like extremely dramatic, but I was hurt. It wasn't too long ago, but it left me feeling so, like, in your head you start just thinking of everything like, why does this happen to me? What am I doing wrong? I'm faithful, I don't lie, I don't do this, I don't do that. Like, what is going on? Why do I keep getting this luck with guys? One thing that I'm really grateful for is the way I managed this one, because I became so much stronger from my previous relationship and how to cope with things and noticing the signs and standing up for myself. I was still very sad because breakups are always sad, as much as you want to say like they're mutual or, you know, we just agreed that they're always sad. For like the past 2 months now, I'm just in this weird stage of like, I'm just like all scattered in my brain right now. I don't even know what to think anymore and I have no answers for anything. And there's 2 things you can do in this type of situation. You can either be depressed in your bed crying all day, which I've done before, or second option, you can get up and you can work hard and you can just focus on what you like and yourself. So these past 2 months I've been working super duper hard on my YouTube channel. It's what brings me joy. You guys bring me so much happiness, having this like amazing community that I can talk to you guys, and it's just incredible to me. Don't just stay at home crying doing nothing. Work hard, you guys. Succeed. That's what I've been focusing on at the moment. My YouTube, it's really helping me out, and I'm so grateful that I have, you know, this platform where I can share what I like and what you guys want to see. Those are like some of the main things that happened this year, and I know that's like a lot of boy drama, and like I know time from now, like these things won't matter. Like, these things won't matter. I can't lie and say that they didn't hurt me so much, because they did, and they affected me really hard, and they affected the way I felt for months, and they affected how I felt inside and my confidence, and I don't feel good enough, and I don't feel this, and definitely at my age those things are really gonna hurt. These are some of the first times that I go through them, so I'm learning to cope with things, but I didn't want this video to be like sad. This year was also a really great year for me. So let's talk about some of the good things that happened. One thing is I applied to the 3 universities that I've been wanting to apply to, and I got accepted into all 3, and I'm so excited. I still don't know which one I'm going to go to, but that's amazing, you guys. You are going into college next year and you already got some acceptance letter. You should be so proud of yourself. I got some really great grades this semester and I'm so proud of myself. I got all A's, and I literally hadn't gotten all A's in a long time because math always gets me. This year I worked really hard. I got all A's in my classes and I'm so proud of myself. Got the courage to ride roller coasters for the first time. I've always been the scariest cat for roller coasters, but I got into some of the biggest ones at Six Flags and I'm so proud of myself. School, I got to do another video with JCPenney, which was amazing. As a lot of you guys know, I think last year I was so fortunate enough to do a magazine shoot with them, which was crazy, and I actually have it right here. Like, it's something I'm so proud of and like still like in awe that it happened, because I never thought I would ever be in a magazine. Like, I'm right here. So this is probably one of my proudest moments, the fact that I got to work with JCPenney, and then I got to work with them again this year, which was again incredible. It was a back to school haul video, so that was an amazing opportunity. I also got to partner with Best Fiends. That was my 3rd sponsorship, and then my JCPenney one was my 4th one. So I've done a few. Every time I do one, it's exciting, and I know a lot of you are very supportive with that. So again, I can't thank you guys enough. I also turned 17 this year. It's one of those awkward ages where like 16 you feel so old, 18 you feel old, 17 is just like eh. And I had a little party at my house, and I just had a bunch of my friends over. Thank you so much if you went, because I know some of them are going to be watching. It was a blast. I've also made some really amazing friendships. A lot of you guys have seen my friend Robbie. He has had a huge impact on my life, and I'm so appreciative of him. I'm sure he's gonna watch this, and he's just an incredible friend, an incredible person, super kind. And the 2 videos I've done with him are some of my favorites. You guys should definitely go see them, along with my other friends who you guys see all the time on my Snapchat. You know who you are. Y'all are amazing to me, and I don't know how I would have gone through the things I did without y'all. You guys were so supportive and gave me so much advice, and I think one of the best things you guys offered to me was understanding of everything that was going on. It's one of the best feelings when someone understands what you're going through. It's because you feel so alone and you feel like you're the only one, but a lot of people can relate to the things you've gone through. Even you guys have gone through similar things as me, and they're painful, but we can get through this together. I've become so much stronger, so much stronger. I know how to deal with things better. I know how to cope with my emotions, and instead, like I said, there's two things you can do. You can either lay around and let it get to you, or you can make something amazing out of it. Find whatever that passion is you have, find whatever makes you happy, and work on that, work on yourself. I wish you guys so much love, and you all deserve the very best. Some of you have even shared to me the things you've gone through, and I know you can get through it. If I can get through it, that's something I always like to say. If I can get through it, if I can do something, you can do it too. I'm no different from you. I'm a teenage girl. I'm in high school. I have emotions. I go through hard things. I've been hurt before. I'm no different. Now that I'm more knowledgeable in things, I'm ready for this new year, and I just can't wait to see what it brings us. Don't get me wrong, please. I have so much love and respect for the people who I mentioned in this video. I can only wish them happiness as well. They still deserve happiness just as much as everyone. We all make mistakes, and I'm just very grateful that my heart can forgive, because it's how it gets you through things. You have to forgive and learn and be a better person. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know some of the hardest things you've gone through this year, some of the best things that you've experienced this year. I would love to know. I would love to be able to share these things with each other down below. Thank you all again for being there for me. It means so much to me, like so much. I love you all so much, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Have a great start to your new year. Bye!